I suppose everyone is here. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our webinar. Today, we will present you one of our latest solutions, portable field workstations based on SAP Service Cloud. My name is Max. I'm sales representative of ACBaltica. And also, let me introduce my colleague, Irina. She's our senior SAP customer experience consultant. Hello, Irina.
Hello, Maxim.
Irina will show you the demo of our solution. So I suggest the following agenda of our webinar. First of all, we'll talk about our team. I'll tell you general information about our company. Then we'll talk about the solution. We will look at particular features of our product for field workers and managers. After that, Irina will present a demo featuring a mobile application for field workers and solution capabilities for field service managers. Then we'll talk about solution benefits and the roadmap. You'll see the possible directions for customizing this solution to meet your requirements. And finally, you have a chance to ask questions. Now, let me say a few words about our company so you'll get an idea of who we are. We are ACBaltica, an SAP Platinum partner in Lithuania, and also a member of United VARs Association, with overall experience in SAP for more than 2 decades. We are a mono-vendor company, so we're working only with SAP. But in simple words, in SAP, we do everything. We have a team of 160 employees, both consultants and developers, and our customers and partners are located in more than 10 countries across Europe. We have expertise in the following SAP areas. First of all, customer experience, all connected with Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, Marketing Cloud, CRM, and so on. Our ERP and S/4HANA department covers the whole range of modules, FICO, TRM, SD, MM, EWM, and so on. Also, we have experience in BW, BI, BPC, and Analytics Cloud. And of course, we have our own team of developers. This is in short our overview of our industry practice. In fact, we have already completed and ongoing projects practically in all of these industries: retail, automotive, finance, transport and logistics, and so on. Now let's move on to our general topic, solution for portable field workstations. First of all, let's look at the challenges that most service companies usually face with. They are more or less the same for companies from different industries, but of course, there are also its own peculiarities in every particular case. So you can see it in the left. First of all, lack of customer database for sales and service teams. Then it could be no access to critical customer information, especially when working in the field, sometimes due to poor connection. Then manual customer service history tracking, mainly in Excel files. Also manual tracking of working hours. Lack of information on visits to the customer. And again, manual performance analysis. From our experience, these challenges are faced by all companies from different industries who have field workers. Therefore, we have created a solution that will solve these problems. Now let's look at the right side. Let's look at how it helps to cope with these challenges. After implementing the solution, you'll get, first of all, unified customer database, both for sales and service team. You will get access to customer-related information, especially when out of the office. Automation of customer service tracking. Also, it is available when out of office and offline. You can track time automatically. And of course, it leads to reduction of paperwork. Automation of customer visit tracking. And of course, you get real-time, easily accessible employee performance analytics. Our solution is designed to help both field workers and managers. Your field workers get a mobile application with diverse functionality, and the managers, apart from having access to all these features, also have a desktop version and access to comprehensive analytics. Now let's look at capabilities for workers and managers separately. I will highlight the benefits of the solution for both groups. First of all, concerning the field workers, they get the mobile application with online and offline mode, and the access to, first of all, to all customer information. They can create service requests, and they can create visits to the customer. Of course, they get access to the history of service requests and history of visits. They get access to information on the work done. They can track check-in and check-out. And of course, they can track time spent on a visit. In fact, our application allows field workers to fully automate the entire scope of administrative work, which they sometimes or usually make manually, starting from the moment of receiving the request and ending with analytics. Now let's look at what our solution provides for managers. First of all, managers get all field workers features, and additionally, they get employee absence registration and access to various reports. For example, performance, workload, service requests, equipment, and so on. Regarding the reports, you can customize and create any type of report you need for your particular case. In fact, it allows managers to make the entire working process transparent and controlled. Now I'm giving the floor to Irina, our senior SAP customer experience consultant. She will show you the functionality in real time. Irina, please take the floor.
Thank you, Maxim. Hello, everyone. So before moving to system demonstration, I would like to briefly describe the demo scenario. The first part will be dedicated to mobile phone, mobile application, and I will show it on my mobile phone. And it will be done under the service engineer role. It includes homepage, service request, create and edit functionality, customer visit, create and edit functionality, some kind of data synchronization and offline mode, and we will have a look at a customer profile. The second part will be shown on a laptop, it under the manager role, and it includes homepage analysis, employee absence registration, calendar, and analytics and reports. So right now I'll share my screen with you and you'll have a look at application. First of all, it will be mobile application. Let me know when you see my mobile phone. So, do you see my mobile phone screen?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So, we log into the mobile application as Engineer Martins and immediately see how Face ID works. It scans my face and opens an application without any additional actions on my part. Similar access is possible using Touch ID. Immediately we see the homepage with tiles full of useful information. It's important to note that the appearance of the homepage and many other screens in application can be customized according to the unique requirements of users. The first panel displays future planned activities. We can quickly get an overview of plans not only for today but also for the upcoming days. Employees' productivity is the KPI of employee. Ideally, it should be in the green sector, but we will discuss it in details later. Next three tiles show the number of high priority tickets, all assigned tickets to Martin and all his visits. Martin can click on them and see the full list of tickets or visits. Return to the main scenario, our engineer Martin received information from the customer that he needs assistance with a tractor that has some issues. Service requests can be created by engineers, their managers, or any specific employees responsible for customer support. We create a service request by pressing the plus button at the top right of the screen. Choose Service Request. Enter service request name, for example, tractor maintenance. Choose the customer, for example, Elite. And we can see that the contact person and the performer for this request are automatically filled in. We can manually select the equipment serial ID or choose it by scanning the barcode. We'll choose it manually from the list available for this customer. Just this one. We can check the priority of the service request and the start and end dates of the request. If everything okay, we press Save and Open button and can have a look at the service request profile. On the Overview tab, we will find information about product, about its location, timeline, so when we expect to finish work on this service request, and some basic customer information. The next step details provide us with information, key basic information about this service request, such as priority, status, works progress, performance, and so on. The next tab, tasks, lists all the tasks that should be done during the service visit. We can add a task, for example, failure detection. Choose it. Tap in the search field and choose failure detection. We can see that planned quantity was filled in automatically and it was configured in the system. It can be changed according to your requirements. We add this work, save. Martin has defined the work and now we need to schedule a visit. For that reason, we go to the next tab, visits, click on the new button, and we can see that there is only one field that we should fill in, that is necessary to be filled in. It is visit type, which is on-site visit, repair in the field. If we want, we can change start date time, for example, for today, and choose time equal to 4 o'clock. Choose end date time and set it as, for example, 5 o'clock. Save it. To sum up, we have created a service request, added work to it, and created a related visit. And right now, let's imagine that the day of the visit has arrived, and our engineer Martin knows that he is going to the field to meet the customer, and it's necessary to synchronize the data and to go to offline mode. To do this, let's have a look at the bottom panel and click on the More button. We'll find a button in the top panel that is called Sync Now. Essentially, we press on it, and essentially synchronization is the download of data package. The volume of this data is configured by system administrators and again can be changed according to the requirements. Synchronization usually takes some time, but the more often you synchronize the data, the less time it takes to download the package. So in our case, it took 28 seconds to synchronize the data, and now we can go to offline mode. So when the engineer Martin is ready to head to the customer, he opens the visit card by clicking on its name or ID, and then he clicks on the 3 dots at the top right of the screen and selects In-Way. While the engineer is on the way to the customer, let's see what data is available in the visit card. The Details tab provides us some information such as visit name, its status, customer information, and etc. Next section of this visit card is the section full of dates that we will gradually fill in as we progress through the visit. Start date time is responsible for the start time of work and the visit. And travel start is filled with the current date and time when we press the In-Way button. Next field is check-in, check-out, and office coming. They will also be filled in by pressing the corresponding buttons. The service request ID is the field that allows us quick access to the service request card and obtaining the necessary data for service maintenance. The next important section is location, where geodata of check-in and check-out points are automatically recorded. The time range section automatically calculates the time spent on the visit, and these data are subsequently used in analytics. The attendees tab in the visit shows us all the attendees responsible for this visit. In our case, it is only Martin's, but we can add any amount, any number of employees. So, meanwhile, the engineer has arrived at the customer's location and marks this in the system by pressing the check-in button. Again, we can find it on the 3 dots. Check-in. At this moment, the actual work in the service request begins. We go to Service Request, come back to Details tab, choose Service Request, and we can go to Tasks. If we finished the work, we can set up the actual quantity of time spent on this work. For example, 5 hours. Save. If we need, we can add additional work. It will be done the same as the previous one. 3 dots, add, and so on. So let's go back to the visit, specify the checkout, synchronize the data, and switch back to the online mode. We go to Visits tab, open it, checkout, and now we can synchronize because our visit was finished. Go online, and the system asks, you have offline changes. Do you want to upload them? We'll answer yes. At this moment, all the changes made offline will be available to all the managers and to all the users working in this application. So while the engineer is heading to the office, let's see what information we now have in the customer's card. For that reason, we go to Accounts tab, choose any customer we would like to look through. The Overview tab displays data about those who are responsible for working with the customer and the customer's address. The Details tab contains key information about the customer, such as name, phone number, email, and etc. Contacts tab lists all the customer's contact persons. Registered Products tab lists all the custom equipment. In this case, we can see 2 items. The next step, Service Request and Visits, reflects to the history of the customer service maintenance and to the visits. So at this point, I can say that the work of our engineer is finished and we can move on to manager's role in web interface. Now we are logging in the system as Robertas, and he's a manager of engineers. Homepage differs a little from the engineer's homepage. It contains some additional information, such as graphs or charts, but we will discuss them a little bit later. Some tiles, such as tickets escalated to me and my team's visits this week. They are again clickable, and you can be led to the list of the visits or tickets accordingly. KPI of department's productivity is similar to engineer's one, but represents the data about department. And Kanban board that contains service requests by statuses. If you need, you can navigate by clicking on its ID. So Robertas gets a message from one of his engineers that he is sick and can't work today. Robertas wants to add this information to the system. For that reason, he goes to Employees, Work Center, chooses Engineer, and adds absence for today. We'll choose sick leave, set today, and save it. We can see a message from the system that a parallel activity exists. It means that there are some activities planned for today for DiNews, and we need to reschedule them or to set another responsible employee for them. We go to team calendar to have a look what activities should be rescheduled. And we can see that equipment diagnostics was assigned to DiNews, and we have to move it. It can be done by drag and drop activity, such as like this one. So now conflicts, now overlapping exists. When the day is planned and it's time to look through the analytics. Analytics is supposed to give answers to the questions. So what questions we can ask? For example, how many service requests are expecting to be processed? For that reason, we go to dashboard, just general information on service requests, and have a look at the graphs at the left. And we can see that open service requests are about 65% of the total amount, and it takes 33 service requests. The next question that can be answered is how often different type of equipment requires service. And again, we can have a look at the graph and find information that, for example, AF filter requires service work more often than all the other equipment. How many service requests our company gets from the customer and how much time do we spend on service for them? This information can be found in the table below. We can see that account Dranga Group has completed 52 hours of work, and it's expected to have about 100 hours of work to this account. Speaking about number of service requests, we can find this information in the table on the right. If we want to go deeper into details and have a look at the specific service request, you can click on it, view service request, and we will be navigated to service request profile and find all the information needed. In addition, we can answer the question who doesn't use our services. It is the table below. It shows us the list of the customers that do not use our services. Speaking about time spent on work, Robertus wants to dig deeper and understand how much time is spent on paid and guaranteed services. For that reason, he goes to a dashboard called Workload by Region and sees the graph. The graph on the left represents the data about guarantee services, paid services, and other services. You can have a look at this and understand that, for example, in February, we had more than 700 of hours of paid work and only 200 hours of guarantee services. Moreover, you can understand how much time do your employees spend on travel to go to the customers by month. Difference in planned and actual quantity of hours spent on service requests brings us to the question, do we plan incorrectly, or engineers need to be trained to work more effectively, or everything is okay? And such kind of difference is okay for us, and we can live with it. Moving on to understand how effectively employees' time is utilized, we will use the dashboard available hours. It is our next one. Available hours is the working time in months. In average, employee works 8 hours for 21 days, that equals 168 hours. Actual quantity, this one, is time spent on work. As a result, worked hours represents the percentage of hours spent on work. In addition, we can analyze the data about overtime hours. For example, we know that some employees, such as Taras, had some overtime hours in September. And it shows the percentage of these overtime hours. But work done can be profitable for the company and non-profitable. For that reason, key figures in the table below are displayed. Available time net, this one, excludes all the absences, such as vacations, sick leaves, and so on. Profitable hours represent the hours spent on work that is being paid by customers. And productivity, this one, is KPI calculated as profitable hours divided at available time net. And it's exactly that KPI that is available on the homepage for employees. Let's have a look at the numbers for Martin, our service engineer. is assigned to district Vilnius, Martin, and we can have a look at the tendency that he has about its productivity. Graph on the right compares actual quantity and productivity between regions. So you can understand what regions work more and what regions are more productive in their work. Right here, I'd like to finish my demonstration and give a floor back to Maxim. Thank you.
Thank you, Irina. Now, please give me a few moments. I will get back to the presentation. So, now Irina has just shown what the system looks like from the inside. Now let's see what particular benefits you get by using our solution. First of all, your field workers get mobile application with online and offline mode. The application has all the relevant customer-related information. And that information is also accessible in the offline mode. It's very useful when you provide a service in areas with poor network coverage. After that, reduced downtime and optimized workload distribution. And I would say that this is a key point for cost reduction. Then acceleration of order processing due to automation. So of course, all manual operations will be minimized. It leads to reduction of manual paperwork and human errors, again, due to automation of data input. Analytics and reports, which are very important for managers to make data-driven decisions, to manage performance and in general to see bigger picture. And you'll get the database, the unified digital database with all the information. And of course, it is available at any time and at one place. What particular industries does our solution suit? It could be agriculture, automotive, mining machinery, solar panels, and so on. In general, as I have already mentioned, it could be any industry that has field workers and wants to manage them effectively. Due to the high level of customization, our solution can be successfully implemented in any of these industries. Now let's talk a bit about implementation process. We did our best to make it as fast and simple as it could be. First of all, implementation period is only 4 months. From the very beginning until you get a completely ready-made application. A team can consist of no more than 5 people, even less depending on a particular case. The implementation format is turnkey, so no additional staff or subcontractors from your side, only our team. Also, I'd like to emphasize 3 important points. First of all, our solution can be used as a standalone product. So you don't need to implement any other SAP product first, and you can start your acquaintance with SAP from this very product. As I have already mentioned, our solution could be highly customized, and due to that, it's applicable for a wide range of industries. And the last but not the least, I would say that this is one of the main advantages of our solution. You can easily expand it to the sales team. Our solution is based on SAP Service Cloud, but you can enhance its functionality and create a unified ecosystem combining Service Cloud and Sales Cloud. Well, for example, you get a customer who bought several tractors from you, but he never asked for a maintenance service. It means that other company services all this equipment. Our solution allows to deeper discover the client and maybe to make him a personal offer to persuade it to switch their service provider, and of course to choose you. On the other hand, it could be a customer who only do service with you. It means that they're buying their equipment from someone else. So why not to make a special offer, for example, to convince them that you can suggest a better price? Product roadmap. This slide describes how and at what direction you can customize your portable field workstation and what additional functionality is available for installation. For example, support channels. You can set up communication channels, including automatic creation of requests when contacting by email. Or, for example, routing rules. You can set up automatic distribution of service requests between employees, and so on. But of course, we suggest you to install the main solution first, use it, and only after that decide which additional functionality to install. You can choose, of course, any of the options provided to create the solution which fits your goals and expectations in the best possible way, because only you know what is the best for your business. Now, please, you can ask questions, and I suppose we already received one. If we are interested that what type of interaction is available, is it fixed price solution? Thank you for the question. Yes, in fact, we can consider it as a fixed price solution. First of all, our managers and our consultants will contact you and explore your digital infrastructure and your business infrastructure. And after that, they will come up with an offer. Please, if you have any other questions, you're welcome. By the way, if you're not ready for questions now, you can leave your email or you can leave your contacts here in the chat, and me or other managers will contact you as soon as possible. So if there were questions, thank you for joining us today, and thank you for your attention. We remain at your disposal for any questions or clarifications. You can contact us by email or by phone. You can see now in the slide. And of course, we'll be happy to have a meeting and discuss how we can help you. After exploring your business case and digital infrastructure, we can create and present a personalized demo for your company. Thank you again, and have a good day.
Yes, thank you, Maxim.